Beyond the ethical and moral concerns of IVF, there is also the physical, emotional, and financial toll it can take. Dr. Sarah Bascle, an OBGYN at Bella Health and Wellness, joins us now to speak about these challenges. Dr. Bascle, thank you for joining us. So far, we've addressed what IVF is and how it works, but we haven't really touched on the physical and mental toll that it can have on the body. Can you speak to this?
Sure. IVF is really challenging physically for women because to make it work, they need to pump their body full of very, very strong hormones with the goal of trying to stimulate numerous eggs, as opposed to kind of the physiologic design where we have 1 or 2 eggs with ovulation. So a lot of the side effects stem from using those heavy-duty hormones for ovarian stimulation.
That sounds very unnatural to the body. Does IVF decrease your odds of having a baby in the future?
That's a great question. I don't know if it's a simple answer that it would decrease your odds in the future. A woman is born with all of her eggs, when in her mom's womb, actually. And so we do know that when we're recruiting a very large number of eggs, there is a concern that it would decrease fertility down the road. It's just hard to prove that causation, but it certainly is extremely stressful on a woman's cycle to do all of this in an accelerated single cycle.
Now, another risk of IVF is stress. The process can be draining for the body, mind, and even one's finances. Given how stressful infertility itself can be, what are some other unexpected costs or dangers of IVF that couples struggling with infertility may not be aware of?
Well, it's a very expensive process for the medications, but I think the aftermath often also is very expensive, and that can include, mental health support to deal with all the stress that infertility and IVF carry. It can also come with costs associated, with seeking healing for your body after going through that process. So increased medical costs for the woman as well as her husband or partner.
And then what are some of these side effects that come with IVF?
We're always worried about ovarian hyperstimulation, which can be severe and land people in the hospital. And we're also worried about, like you mentioned, the emotional and spiritual toll that it takes on a woman of having to make those difficult decisions of what to do with her babies if she has embryos in storage. I don't think we can downplay how stressful that is for her health long term.
And now, are there other alternatives to IVF that couples can use?
There are alternatives to IVF. A common reason why women will seek out IVF is because they have unexplained infertility. And so there are many of us OBGYNs who really try to help these women discover the root cause of why they're struggling with infertility, whether it's endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and then working to treat that underlying cause so that they can conceive. It's a humbling profession. We're never 100% successful, but we certainly have medical treatments that are safer, cheaper, more ethically sound that we can offer to women.
And in your experience as a doctor, have you worked with any couples seeking these treatments?
Yes, I've worked with couples that have had unsuccessful IVF attempts, interestingly, and then have gone on to successfully naturally conceive once we've kind of figured out what the root cause is. And we also have women that in the process of working up their infertility, we discovered other medical conditions that we were able to help them with and overall just return to a better state of health.
Well, Dr. Bascle, thank you so much for the work that you do and for joining us to help demystify this process.
Thank you so much for having me.